Oh, you know, I kind of miss the days when you were actually hyped for a Game of Thrones season. Like, Game of Thrones season 8 completely killed the franchise. House of Dragon was able to somehow resuscitate the franchise and actually make it fucking hype again. So we're gonna jump into the trailer. We're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna talk about some of the stuff that's happening in the trailer. And yeah, let's go.
The Targaryen who sits the Iron Throne is not just a king or a queen. They are a protector of the realm. Now I find myself in an impossible position.
All hail, King Aegon!
The enemy usurped my throne.
We're going to King's Landing. Well, what are we going to do about it?
We must play the board before us.
Proceed cautiously.
Fuck dignity! I want revenge.
News spreads through the realm. The great houses will come to our side.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
My ships sail at your command.
The realm's only hope is in a leader strong enough to unite it.
Do you accept me as your queen and ruler?
This senseless war must end.
Shall none of us prevail?
Not like this.
Alicent holds love for our enemy. That makes her a fool.
The enemy without may be fought with swords. The enemy within is more insidious.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
War is coming, and neither of us may win.
Okay. Okay. So we've got some stuff. We got some stuff to talk about. We got some stuff to talk about. Now, I am not a fan of, because it happens later on in the trailer. It's where is it? Where Daemon and Rhaenyra are essentially talking, and she's like, I'm your queen. Do you accept me as your queen? I don't like the fact that the trailer is cut in a type of way that makes it seem as though Daemon doesn't, because at the end of last season, he definitely pulled both of those Kingsguard to the side of the mountain and were like, look, Rhaenyra's queen. I'm her husband. You guys are either on my side or Caraxes is about to turn you motherfuckers into barbecue. What are y'all going to do? And they were like, hey, dog. They were like, yo, dog, we on your side. We on your side. I'm sorry, we on your side. So I don't like the fact that they're still kind of trying to drum up a relationship issue between both Rhaenyra and Daemon. Daemon cares. He just has a problem showing how much he cares. So drop that angle. Just make them a tight fit, unified unit. Maybe because technically the book that this is based on, Fire and Blood, it definitely has moments in the book that kind of make it seem as though there's friction. There's a level of infidelity that happens in the books on the part of Daemon in regards to allegedly somebody else that may or may not be a daughter that he has with somebody else. But I don't care for it. Like, I really don't give a shit about them trying to drum up. I already have issues with season 1 removing so many of Daemon's scenes because essentially he became a fan favorite overnight. People were really vibing with his character, so they left a lot of his more emotional scenes, like him mourning the death of his first wife, him mourning over his adoptive son in the form of Lucerys, things along those lines. They took those out. they didn't really need to take him out. Just make Daemon Targaryen, and make him stand on the actions that he does as this show progresses. But jumping back into the trailer, we see Daemon walking into the Iron Throne Room. Now, this can be one of two things. This can either be them taking King's Landing in this season from the Greens, the same way they do in the book, or this is a dream where Daemon walks in and he sees the Iron Throne is empty, and then I'm really hoping that they got Patty to come back for a cameo in a dream sequence, because we know that Targaryens also have dreams, the same way that the Starks do in the North if they have the potential to warg. So this could be one of two things. Either Daemon is having a dream of King's Landing, or the Blacks essentially take King's Landing from the Greens, which means Otto Hightower's head will finally roll. Now, this right here, I'm actually super excited for. What is homeboy's name? I think this is Luke. Is this Luke? Hold on. I legitimately forgot the names of Rhaenyra's kids. It really does hit a point where you kind of get annoyed with all of the children, or should I say not the children, the names of their Targaryen naming convention is dumb. Aegon, Daemon, Vaemon, Aerys, Rhaenys, Viserys, Jaehaerys, just Lucerys, crazy shit. And then there's 9 different Aegons. It aggravates me to no end the way in which they name each other. But yeah, so this is Jaehaerys. And the person next to him is Cregan Stark. Now, I'm super excited for the fact that we get Cregan, because I think there's a better shot of the both of them as they're walking. Or maybe that was just... Hold on. I know that they definitely released a better shot of those two. That I definitely saw online. So let me see if I can find that image, because it's a really, really good image. Is this the best one? No, it was definitely an image of the both of them from the front. Ah, here it is. Okay. So this is a shot of both of them from the front. Fantastic casting on the part of Cregan Stark. He looks like a Stark. He looks like he could be the adult version that we expected Jon Snow to essentially look like. Not the whole curly hair thing, but just the long locks of House Stark. And of course, over his shoulder is ice. Now, there's a thing, which is, depending on how you read the book, these two either met and became the greatest best friends since Step Brothers. Literally Step Brothers the movie. They literally met and became the greatest Step Brothers ever, or they were lovers. I don't care which angle they decide to go down, because as long as Cregan Stark spins the block and the Hour of the Wolf arrives, where he just starts chopping the heads off of the head of houses in the south to reinstate the Targaryens back onto the throne, whichever route you decide to take to get there, I don't give a shit. I'm happy either way. But I love his whole fit. Classic, perfect Stark design with the wolf pelt, fur pelt over his shoulders, and the boiled leather with all the belts. And I love that Jaehaerys has the fantastic Targaryen design as well, with the red chainmail on top of the black leather, and he has his own sword. That's great. So I love the fact that both of those characters are essentially going to be interacting and meeting each other. Now, there's a conversation that has implications in the trailer where Rhaenyra is talking about how being the ruler of the Seven Kingdoms means that you're the protector of the realm. And we know that Rhaenyra is privy to the fact that the White Walkers or a threat in the north exists, and the prince that is promised will come from her line. So as the protector of the realm, she's supposed to protect all of these people from this like encroaching darkness. Of course, when she dies, that story is essentially going to be lost until we arrive at Rhaegar. And Rhaegar is going to be the one that gets the ball rolling on the prince that was promised prophecy again, while Daenerys is basically taken for safety overseas, and then of course Rhaegar dies, and then Rhaegar's son ends up being fostered in the north, becoming Jon Snow, living under Eddard Stark. This is another thing that I love, the subtlety of it, which is you could definitely tell that Aegon has the same type of mentality as Joffrey, where when he walks in, he has like this guy that's like, bow your heads for your king, Aegon, blah, 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 blah. And there's like a level of smugness. Now, of course, we also know that this season is going to be Blood and Cheese, which if you don't know who Blood and Cheese is, I'm not going to spoil it for you. If you decide that you want to go down that rabbit hole, the internet's a free place. You can get online, look out some information, type some words into Google, and Google will give you an answer. But Rhaenyra with a sword, I'm gonna be so mad. Like she's like top 3 of my favorite characters in this show, and I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared at all for the direction that her character is. Well, not the direction her character is going to go in for her character arc to be complete. And of course, we see Aegon holding the blade. I forget what the name of the blade is, but it's the same one that has the inscription on it in regards to the prince that was promised. And he's using it like essentially a letter opener, not treating it with the importance that it's due. I love the fact, well, this definitely takes place after Blood and Cheese because of Aegon's anger, where he was before reluctant to essentially take over the throne. He's all for it now. He's like, nah, fuck that. I need revenge. I need to get my get back. So, of course, it's great seeing that. And, of course, the houses are going to be split. They're going to be the houses that side with the Greens and, of course, the houses that side with the Blacks. And it's going to be all-out war. It's going to be interesting to see that. Where, of course, Corlys Velaryon with his fleet showing up for Rhaenyra, telling him that, he's going to back her regardless. Daemon and Caraxes, which in my opinion is my favorite. Caraxes is my favorite-looking dragon on this show. Fantastic. I know he's gotten nicknamed the Noodle Boy. That's great. Absolutely love the long noodle. The long noodle is great. Then, like I said before, I'm not really a fan of how they cut it to make it seem as though there's some type of tension between the two of them, because we now know that there are certain characters that they've left out from the book that aren't going to be in the show. So I don't exactly know if they're going to attempt to try and draw or cause some type of rift between both Rhaenyra and Daemon. I don't think that that's needed. Because one thing about Daemon's character that we were able to understand from season 1 is that he is very much for his family. Like that is his number one thing. And of course we see Aegon flying out on Sunfire, I believe his dragon is called. And Sunfire is literally in the books, it is called the most beautiful dragon to have ever existed. It has golden scales that when the light hits it, it shimmers and shines. And it is widely regarded as the most beautiful dragon that has ever been born to House Targaryen. And it is going to meet a shitty end. Now, here is something interesting. Because there is a fight that is going to happen at Harrenhal. But it's the Battle of the God's Eye between Daemon with Caraxes versus Aemond with Rhaegar. I'm actually super hyped that we're getting that this season. And I'm really wondering just how much of the story we're going to plow through. And if this is going to turn around to be the final season of this show. Because there are so many deaths that essentially are going to end up occurring this season. Like right here, I want to say that this is probably after Blood and Cheese. This fight right here, while we only get a snippet of it, there are 2 characters that are twins. It's him and his brother. One brother, we saw them last season. one brother sided with Rhaenyra, the other brother sided with the Greens and Aegon. There's going to be a fight between the both of them. It is going to be the most emotional and gentlemanly duel ever, where both of these brothers are just going to fight with their beliefs on the line. I'm not going to spoil it for the outcome. I think people should be able to enjoy the outcome of that, but just know that when you see both of these people show up and they meet, it's essentially another version of Clegane Bowl, and it's great. And I'm hoping that it's shot really well with some really, really good music to catch just how emotional it is that both of these twin brothers who ended up on either side of this war ended up in this type of duel where they're trying to take each other's life. And I want to say that this happens around the exact same time because it is very much a assassination strike force that is sent to kill Rhaenyra on Dragonstone. And I want to... Dog, I thought this was a woman. The first time I saw this, I thought this was a chick, and I was like, who is this blonde chick? Like, is that Helena? Hell no. Look at that scar. That's Aemon. So, that's definitely the Woods Witch chick, whose name I don't recall at the moment. I forgot her freaking name. Her name is hold on. Her name is Alice Rivers. Yeah. So that person who his head is in the lap is definitely Alice Rivers. So it's going to be interesting to see how exactly her character fits into the overall story and what they decide to use her for. Because she is very much, and that's a really, really nice transition. Like a really, really nice transition. And I think that was Helena? Was that Helena? No. Hold on. Go back. No. Hold on. Right here. That is Helena. Yeah. It's really going to be interesting to see how they treat all of the different sides to this war. Because, of course, like, the common folk at a certain point in time, they get sick and tired of the Greens. And then that extends to the Blacks as well when the Blacks take over King's Landing. And, of course, it's all-out war throughout the kingdoms. What we're seeing here is right here. No. Here on Dragonback. That's Rhaenys. And I literally just... Dragon names in this show are fucking stupid as well. Hold on. Rhaenys. What the hell is the name of her dragon? It's like the Red Queen. Meleys. See what I mean? Like, your name is Rhaenys and then your dragon's name is Meleys. Why do that? Why trip people up at that? Why design your thing to be like that? That's stupid. But yeah, Rhaenys on the back of Meleys. This is going to be the culmination of her character arc, essentially. And of course, we see Rhaegar and Aemon, and I don't think we get another shot of anybody else. No, we get a shot of Rhaenyra with her own dragon in, not the dragon pit, but probably on Dragonstone. Yeah, I'm excited for the show. I cannot wait. I absolutely loved season 1 of House of Dragon, so I definitely know I'm going to absolutely love season 2 of House of the Dragon. But let me know what you guys think. If you watch the trailer, comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.